All right, welcome back to Chip Chat here on Beltway Radio and Beyond. I am your host, Chip. With me is Tez.
What's poppin', everybody?
Apparently, it's just Tez. Oh, wow. Oh, whoa, Brian. Look
okay.
at that. Fancy
in the middle of the show. This is kind of thrown off. Okay, there we go.
Am I looking at you?
Yeah, now we're back. We're back
because I like reality.
Okay. That would have really thrown me off if you were to the left of me. I think you just, I don't know.
I know where you are, but that's funny because I'm backwards on that now. But yeah, we got dangerously close to being vertically formatted, which is now apparently the preferred method of video, even though
the phone, I mean, yeah, you would say for aspect ratio, it being horizontal would make more sense, but
yeah, I mean, I hate when people are like, oh, here's my vertical. It's like, oh, so I can see exactly this tiny slice of a thing. Like soccer highlights when they show them in vertical format. I'm like, this is terrible. Tip it.
But it's what would be the realification, I guess, of the.
Yeah, well, maybe it's fine for some things, but not for the sort of stuff that I want to watch. So
the MLB app does reels of games, and I find it to be, but I also think I've trained to look at media that way now because most media is served in these video like cuts that it draw. I get it. Just
but baseball also does the YouTube like highlight thing that's like at normal at like proper widescreen aspect ratio, and I always watch that. And I mean, let's be honest, what am I looking at on my reels or whatever? It's like sports highlights or like politics jokes, and like, okay, well, one I guess could be vertical, but who cares? Okay, so with that in mind, let's do some headlines.
All right, let's do it.
All right, it's time for the headlines. So tradition dictates that Tez goes first. I have not counted ahead. I do not know where we're going to land, but there's definitely one of these in here that I very much hope you get, and we'll see if that works out. So,
all right, here we go, everybody. Let's kick it off. Let's do it. All right, everybody. Ted Cruz announced that he is releasing a chatbot that will let users, quote, chat with Ted, end quote. In other news, all the servers in the data center beat up the server holding the Ted bot because it was too annoying.
Yes. King Charles addressed a joint session of Congress, a historic event only ever done by his mother back in 1991. His message was clear. Nobody, and he means nobody, likes Ted Cruz.
Okay, I see where we're going with this. The king called for checks on executive power, a concept he's familiar with since his mommy ran his life into his mid-70s.
Yes.
It's incredible that the redcoats were on the lawn of the White House, and I'm offended. I literally was... I'm going to tell you. One, we're going to stop for this. I didn't know this is where it was going to happen, but I was offended to see redcoats on the lawn of the White House.
Then he made a joke about it. Did you hear that?
It was a lot of he was a comedian. He was a court jester the whole time here. I see his play. I understand why. But back to redcoats being on the lawn of the White House, that is offensive. And look, people can pan me right for America. Right, I understand that. Yes, there's a point of that. But I, as a person who was born in London, right, find it offensive that a country that fought for independence has now, again, the same country in the same coats that burnt the motherfucker down. It can't. It is indefensible. You cannot have that. Crispus Attucks didn't take a fucking hot slug to fucking have the redcoats just coming there as pomp and circumstance for a state visit. You can leave them at home.
It is one of the things where, like, you know, we sort of got over our disagreement over whether we should exist or not, and you know, now like Britain is a willing ally for most of what we do.
Yes.
But all of that is, I think, to your point, predicated on we don't talk about this very much.
The optics, I saw it on. It was a shot from Fox News that I saw from it, and they were just like marched up, and maybe they were paying deference to, but I don't like it. I don't.
It did look a lot like I mean, Charles basically made the joke, right? He says that I see you're doing a lot of remodeling here at the White House with the the East Wing. We Brits also did some remodeling of your White House in 1814 and or 1813, I think he said.
Whatever. Yeah.
And everybody kind of politely laughed and like, okay, we get the joke, right? But like, Trump did not get the joke. There's no way he knows that. But to your point, it didn't bother me that much, like the joke, but the visual of it is a little.
Yeah, no, it can't. And again, there's a lot you can unpack this deeper to be like. There's a larger conversation I'm not having there. I'm just saying again, as the concept of the nation state, and as a person who again became a citizen of this nation, and then to know the history of it, it's like no. We don't need the red now. This is.
Yeah, wear a modern uniform or something. Don't be that.
It can't be that. I'm sorry. We're gonna continue on.
It's not the time for a reenactment.
Yeah, it's not the time for that. I don't. It's just crazy. Like
Trump doesn't care if they burnt down the White House now. He'd be like, "That's fine."
There's been state visits before. I don't think we've ever seen. And I know he loves the royals and things of that nature, but I was offended by it again. Like as a person. Naturalized American. And I was like,
it is your right, especially now as an American. It is and I was your right not only to be offended, but to do what we all love to do every 4th of July, call up a British person and tell them to get fucked. That is our right as Americans.
Call myself.
Yes, you can stare into the mirror and be like, you over there, you goddamn limey, get fucked.
I'll record that and we'll do that'll be 4th of July. 4th of July.
You are yourself one of the most conflicted people I think I've ever known.
I'm telling you, I was offended by this.
They weren't red coats, they were gunners' uniforms. Okay. Do you feel better now?
Different. I feel better.
Okay.
Visit Rwanda, fly Emirates.
That's right. There you go. All right, that's a lot of conflict. Let's get back to the show, which is somehow maybe less offensive than the several things that you just said.
Is it my go or yours?
It's too funny.
No, it's you.
Yeah,
it's you.
I think it's up to me. I think I'm on.
Yes, up to you. There was an attempt.
Okay.
We're sorry. Sorry,
we had derailed for a minute. There was an attempt at another round of peace talks between the United States and Iran in Islamabad, but Trump decided to not send his delegation after he learned the name of the host city.
It's a really dope name of the city. I don't care what anybody says. Like
I mean, it sounds fun. It's fun to say, Islamabad.
Islamabad is great to say.
It's a great name.
It's a great name. Yeah. Iran, right? And we'll see how far we get. I have no more Hopslands, but I'm saying Iran, so we'll see until it turns into Iran. Iran is unwilling to negotiate away their rights to enrich uranium, and Trump is unwilling to end his ability to enrich himself. So the impasse continues.
That's right. The negotiation team featured Jared Kushner and Steve Witkoff, but Trump said an 18-hour trip was with no chance of success wasn't worth it. So instead, he sent Eric.
Oh, he just catches catching strays. Maybe not appropriate to say right now, but who knows?
No, they didn't find the strays. It's fine now.
It's fine.
They're just not there.
They're not there. Oh, I can wait. I just can't wait for that segment. Kash Patel's drinking hit an all-time high, allegedly, when he drunkenly hit the start button on a fake assassination attempt at the White House Correspondents' Dinner.
Yes.
Oh, God, anyways.
Yeah, they had it all queued up. All right, seriously, we're glad nobody got hurt. And as far as we know, it wasn't faked, but nobody told spokeswench Caroline Leavitt that. Anytime you get a spokeswench in there, it feels great.
Yeah. The shooter allegedly had a manifesto, but it mostly read like the text messages you get from that one friend who is way too polite to say what they really feel.
We all have that friend.
Yeah.
RFK Jr. was whisked away from the scene in a move that security has dubbed the Kennedy for historical reasons, and to maintain that historical accuracy, they left his wife behind.
Jesus Christ. Christ.
Go ahead.
All right. Trump used the event at the dinner to call for his ballroom, which he said would have prevented the incident, which is true because it's very hard to pull off such an attack in a police state run out of a giant command center nicknamed Ballroom.
Yes, that's true. Elon and Sam Altman are in court suing each other in what many are calling the nerd trial of the century.
It is. Elon alleges that Altman said some unflattering things about Musk, and then went on Twitter and called himself a mecha Hitler.
That's true. He did that. Oh, good. I get this one. Speaking of which, Kanye is back on Twitter, reminding us all about the time he was betrayed by checks notes Harriet Tubman. Sure.
Okay.
He did write that.
I haven't seen any of that. I'm glad.
Oh, he had a list of people who had betrayed him. While you read the next joke, I'll find it.
I don't want to see. Oh God. All right. Pete Hegseth faced tough questions on the Hill this week. So tough, it took him 3 bottles of Bombay Sapphire to get through it. Yep. Allegedly.
Allegedly. Among the questioners was Nancy Mace, who used her time to attack fellow Republican Corey Mills over domestic violence allegations, which of course caused Pete Hegseth to suddenly pay attention.
10 Hood.
Yes.
Secretary Hegseth said the war in Iran was necessary and going well, and also said that his Pentagon makeup room is also necessary and going well.
That's true. Okay, you want to hear the list?
No. All right, give it to me.
So he tweets this out in all caps. This is the list. He writes, I am in pain that no one person can fix. The betrayal. And then he proceeds with this list. Kim Kardashian. Okay, I get it. I Show Speed. Diddy. Ty Dolla. Harriet Tubman. Okay. Northwest. Pusha. Freddie Gibson. Cuddy. Curious George? Like the monkey?
The yellow. What about the yellow man in the hat? The man in the yellow hat?
I don't know.
No.
Donald Trump, Pete Davidson, Patrick Starr, LeBron James, King Vaughn, Playboy Cardi, James Murray, and Adolf. Just Adolf. Which Adolf, Kanye?
I met Young Dolph, rest in power, he's gone, the rapper Young Dolph. And when I met him in an interaction, in a retail situation, and we were doing like a pickup, and there was the ID, and yeah, his mama named him Adolf. His mama named that man Adolf. It was kind of crazy.
Well,
so maybe you talk about dog, but probably not.
As I said, which Adolf, Kanye? Yeah.
All right, there's been some great asides during these headlines.
Good. This is going to work out exactly right. During questioning, Hegseth explained that the ceasefire was paused, that had paused the clock on when the administration would have to seek congressional approval, citing the well-established Chris Webber doctrine.
Go blue.
I wrote that in for myself, and I landed right on it.
Perfect.
That's amazing.
Awesome. That is there. There it is. These.
You have this one too. This is great.
These son of a bitches, man. This is crazy, man. There should be sheer uproar about this.
There is. Don't worry.
There is. Coming. Yeah, I mean, but like, the Supreme Court ruled that voting is now restricted to only white folks in parts of the Deep South, and that minority voters had already become too, quote, uppity.
They did rule that. That's true. Let's see. Jerome Powell presided over what could be his last meeting as Fed chair, promising to bring way more crunchy jams next time as just a regular deadhead Fed governor. Deadhead Fed governor.
Oh, yes. Perfect. That's really good, actually.
It's really good. I was proud of
myself. Really good. Very good. That's really good. Not on mine. Trump put his face on the new edition of the U.S. passport. So if you get stuck with one, you now no longer have to explain why you're seeking asylum when you arrive in another country. It just flashed. Please come.
Yes, right. And in sports, FIFA has a new rule that will give red cards to players who cover their mouths while verbally abusing other players, because otherwise nobody can win their Kalshi bets on which racial slur someone is going to hurl at Mbappe.
Or Vinicius.
Or that, well, it was at Vinny, right? That was what started the whole thing. It wasn't just racist. It was also homophobic.
Oh, yeah. They gave him the 1-2 two-piece.
They gave they throwing bananas on the field still totally fine. Not going to get you a red card.
Those, I love when they ban the fans from the whole stadium, because that is something you need to do, to be like, no. You're not, no one's coming to see any game. If there's going to be a game, it's going to be an empty stadium.
Yeah, you guys have lost the privilege.
Everybody's lost the privilege.
It's very like teacher on a field trip, like collective punishment. Like, that's it. Everybody back on the bus. You all fucked up.
because I don't know what else you do. It's insane.
There was the time they threw, I think, was it Super Mario? It was somebody.
Yeah, exactly. It's Mario Balotelli. I'm pretty
picked up the banana and ate a little bit of it and then proceeded to kick the corner.
Right. Like,
what else are you gonna do, man?
He got, I mean, Vinicius gets it really bad, but like Balotelli got it really bad in certain places. Like
he got it really bad in a way that didn't make any sense, because at the same time he was also like the leader of the Italian team.
Right.
Like he was the captain of the team and they all loved him, and he was called Super Mario and he was all of these things. And then they were like, oh yeah, but he's black, so we're going to call him a monkey. Like, what?
It didn't. It was in mind. I mean, that's how strong racism is. That's a stretch. It's insane that it's that strong. It's like, it's bigger than it was. Like, and granted, a lot of it did end up coming from like opposing fans, but still, nonetheless, it's like,
but they were doing it also within like Italians, explain yourselves using only your hands if you can.
Tell us, Mike Tirico.
Yeah, well, I mean, you want to explain this? You're on both sides of that conversation.
I am on that. I can't explain the whiteness of it though. Like, I can't explain that part. It's very difficult to do that because I don't understand it. I'm like, wait, what? Hold on.
Italians claiming whiteness is an incredible situation too.
It is.
Yeah,
it's really crazy.
What a world we live in.